going to cover directly under the mode of replying your questions. And the today's topic is midlife career, because particularly when we cross a certain period of career, there are big problems, because there are some people who have the learning done. If there is a CA, because I know the majority people are CAs. Amit Mittal, go on mute, please. Amit Mittal, you are not on mute. Please go on mute. And everybody else, please go on mute. Let me see. Okay. So hopefully all are on mute. So what we are talking about, when we are doing a career, and when 5 to 10 years are crossed, okay, then the real challenge comes, because have we learned something more over the period? And if we are not learned, then the challenge comes that it becomes a, let's say, 1 year's experience repeated 10 times, or it is a 2 years experience repeated 5 times, or it is 3 years experience repeated 3 times. And honestly, then it becomes a waste. And looking from an employer's point of view, because I must share with you, in my whole career, I recruited 5,000 chartered accountants, out of which at least 2,000 I had recruited in Reliance Infocom during 2002 to 5. And you will imagine, to recruit 5,000, you must at least interview 3 times, like 15,000. And arising out of that, what was happening was, I started getting an idea that how people give the interview, how they are knowledgeable, how they are not knowledgeable. And therefore, in the current situation, frankly, the time when I became CA, there was no globalization, so the salaries were poor, but the other side was the updation required was nothing. Let me tell you, globalization came in 1991. But a real applicability of the globalization happened only in 1995, roughly. So what was happening was that I passed CA in 1980 and started my first job. We will talk about the practitioners also, but I'm first covering the job people. 1980 to 1995, honestly, there were no much company law changes, no much accounting standard changes. The taxation changes used to be minuscule. So the life was simple and easy. We will go to sales tax, do some URD purchases. Auditor will come, he will raise some query on inventory, because inventory was one of the 3 accounting standards when I started my job. So honestly, for the 15 years, we found that not much learning was required. And then the globalization happened. And today, all of you, frankly, all the youngsters especially, have a very big challenge, because those who started their career, and I'm sure many of you must be post 1995, the career making has become very difficult. Then take a case of a person who is 15 years experienced, and he has repeated 3 years experience 5 times. Then what happens? His salary will go up to what level? I would say even the average salary, okay, for an average person, CA with 15 years means 15 lakhs. That was our principle in Reliance. Of course, some of the people used to draw far higher salary, and that's all is a separate issue. But an average of salary, because we used to, like in Blue Star, we use salaries in 15 years. So somebody has a 15 years experience, we will take him at 15 lakhs. Okay. Of course, if he's already drawing high, etc., etc. Please keep yourself on mute. Who is this person? All right. So then what will happen? If he is a person in 15 years, when he's joining, he has repeated 3 years 5 times, After time, I, as his senior, start realizing that why not let me take a person with 3 or 6 years experience who has repeated 3 years experience twice, or somebody with 6 years experience who has 1 year experience, sorry, 6 years experience only repeated once. So he might be better than a 15 years person. And therefore, the challenge to you all people is becoming tougher and tougher. To admit with you, I ended up in taking 9 qualifications. The reason was when I passed my CA and started a factory job in Crompton Greaves, I found that I must know costing principles well. Though I did them quite a lot in CA, the depth of the costing principle is very high in ICWA that time. Now it is called CMA course. So then I did ICWA. Then later on, I realized that if I have to be ready to know the laws, because our corporate used to ask me, have you complied this law and that law? Then I said, there is no choice but to do CS also and LLB also. So I finished CS and LLB. Then a time came when my friends used to say, do you know COBOL? Finally, I took the COBOL training in Crompton Greaves. No, not that I could do much programming, but I could understand at least what can COBOL do. And then it came to a situation where we wanted to computerize the ModVat and payroll and all that. And then I had to participate in that. So I learned a lot of computer languages. Perhaps I was the first adopter of internet as early as 1996. And in Blue Star, along with my son, we used to go and give trainings in internet. So, and then came a time when I had to go to, I was sponsored to IIM Ahmedabad for merger and acquisition course, thanks to Reliance. Then I did a SAP certification, SAP, because there was no choice left. And then even later, as late as 2009, I did diploma in IFRS, and 2 years back I did valuation course. Now I'm 63, but I know knowledge is power, and I always say Lakshmi follows Saraswati. Lakshmi follows Saraswati. Okay, so if you are powerful, then midlife crisis will not come. And how to overcome the midlife crisis is what I'm going to discuss, because somebody who is younger comes up with a more knowledge and then puts a challenge on our positions, because all said and done, the employers want to reduce their costs, and they are looking from their perspective, they are right, because they perhaps get a young blood, more energetic, and then they perhaps find that the person is producing with the newer ideas. Perhaps he is more IT literate, maybe a maturity is less, but maturity less, those days have gone, because there was a time when there was supposed to be some kind of supervisor job or administrative role jobs. They are gradually vanishing because the system checks, the IT controls are ensuring that there is no supervisors required. So there are only two types: the people who are achieving end-to-end jobs like procure to pay, record to receipt. You know those internal financial controls. So there are some people who are doing the functional job end-to-end, or there are people who are SME. SME means subject matter expert. Anything you are stuck in GST, come to me. Anything you are stuck in IFRS, come to me. So you needed to be ready, either subject matter expert, but that is at a later date. Initially, you will have to be doing end-to-end job and nobody will supervise you. Those days have come. So if I become a 10 years experienced person, if I don't have anybody to supervise, then by now I should have learned, let's say, SAP query generation, whereby I can give the advice to management. I should be gradually participating in the strategy level. Okay. So if we are not being able to do that, if we keep on saying that even after 10 years, I don't know either how to computerize or how to tally the cash flow in consolidation. I mean, I come across some of the CAs, they cannot tally Ind-AS consolidation, balance sheet they somehow tally, but they cannot tally cash flow, which is shocking. We have one, I have come across some kind of CAs with 10 and 15 years experience. So this is pretty shocking. So we will have to be hands-on if possible. Otherwise, we will have to be taking the help of computer. And then our logics, our analytical skills have to improve. And we cannot be just a cost center. We will have to become revenue center, right? So I don't think I need to introduce myself, but if anybody is interested, then I can introduce myself. And I'm also going to use the so I'm also going to use my notepad and this thing, and I hope all of you are settled now. So I'll start slide introduction. Of course, so to share the screen, I will go to my quick introduction in case any of you are new, because every time, this is the 5th webinar I've been holding to help the younger generation for them to understand. And this is my so-called suit wala photo. This is my number. Generally, I will prefer WhatsApp message from you, because taking too many calls becomes difficult for me. 9167446744. And these are my degrees. We are Limca record holders for the biggest webinar: CA, CMA, CS, LLB, ICA, DIP, IFRS, Six Sigma. And we are GRRS record holders also, Global Record and Research Foundation. I am staying in Mumbai, and then I have 41,000 Facebook friends and 81,000 LinkedIn connections. I'll send you the link of LinkedIn in case you want to join me on my LinkedIn connection. I'll send it on the WhatsApp group. Then I worked from 1980 to 2010, 30 years in corporates, 3 major jobs: Reliance, Mukesh Ambani Group, Infocom, then Mittal Group, London, and Foundation Software, USA. Last 10 years, I have been a faculty and consultant in IFRS, Index, Valuation, and Business Strategy. I have delivered more than 2,000 lectures in last 10 years. And I have worked in, I'm doing business advisory to roughly 20 plus listed companies and MNCs, because now I'm more focused on business strategies. All right. Then there are some YouTube channels. You can go to rammohanbhave.com and find out on YouTube various startup valuations and seminars, and all the past seminars you can see here. Webinar on how to be a star performer, webinar on, so they are various, last 4 webinars are there. These are my qualifications. All are outdated. BCom of 76, LLB 81, CA 1980, CMA 84, CS 87. I mean, when I passed CS, there were only 53 triple qualified people in India. Then I was put in Ahmedabad. I did SAP, I did diploma in IFRS, Six Sigma, and last year I did valuation, last year, 2018, under International Valuation Standards Council, IVSC. So the theory is always you have to keep a greed of adding qualifications. Now you will say you should add knowledge, may not be qualification, but if you have a qualification, it can be formally presented to the outside world. So according to me, qualification is a must to present to the outside world, and the qualification is a must because that pushes you to seriously do the studies. And these are the companies where I worked in. Okay. So with this, I'll complete my introduction. Crompton Greaves, Nasik. I belong to Nasik originally. Then I settled in Surat for 5 years. Then moved to Mumbai, Mafatlal Group. Then Blue Star. Then America, USA. Then Reliance, Mukesh Ambani when he was handling telecom. And then Gammon India. And then Mittal Group. And last 10 years. Then now I am independent director on LIC Mutual Fund Company, asset management. Then I have delivered 150 lectures in last 2 years on valuation. I'm on the valuation standard board. On the online IFRS course, we have students in 30 countries and 129 cities. I was perhaps the first global finance director in year 2000. And I worked in 7 countries, including USA, Singapore, Australia, London. and 2000 lectures have been delivered. So that's about all on my introduction. So we will move to now the questions which are in the list. So I'm picking up one by one questions and replying them. Yeah. So the first question has been raised by Sunil Kumar. What the next big question in mind, especially for job security? Even if we cope with this pandemic, many jobs will go in future and market will be unstable. So how to overcome the unstable situation? So lockdown related, COVID related businesses are going to be down. So unstable situation. Unstable situation. Yeah. So add knowledge, take qualifications. Currently, you have valuation qualification available, or there are courses happening on Coursera. There are courses on forensic audit. The things in demand are valuation and forensic audit, according to me. But I mean, there are things like IFRS and Ind AS. They are also in demand. Many of the friends here may not have done CA along with IFRS and Ind AS. Do that immediately. Then those who want to go into securities markets, please do the NISM courses and do the international taxation courses. Take this opportunity to finish your CISA and DISA. Okay. So we must take this being at home as an opportunity, because if we don't do that, then such an opportunity on Corona will never come again. Okay, and we all wish this never comes again. So you should be geared up for the next jump. Actually, Corona should make us so strong that I have increased the knowledge in these 2-3 months so much that now I am geared up to take the next position in my own organization or change my job for a higher profile. Now, when you acquire a knowledge, you should be also geared up to give the interviews. So if anybody has a difficulty, also see my YouTube channel where I say how to prepare biodata and how to give interviews. Okay. Second thing, what we should do, become IT savvy as much. And when I say IT savvy, I'm not saying programs. Okay. Programming language for chartered accountants doesn't make much sense. You should be good at Excel, and Excel including macros, and Excel including VLOOKUP and all complex things, and Excel including you should do IRR and NPV and all that. Because many people cannot calculate their home loan installment itself. See, I'll tell you, how can you call yourself Excel savvy? Take that you are going to get 100 lakhs or 1 crore loan, and the interest rate is 13%. How much is your EMI? If you can calculate that, at least you are somewhat Excel savvy. But I come across CAs with 10 years, 15 years, they say, you know, I have not remained hands-on. So this generation has to be hands-on also. All right. Now, having said that, the third quality, how to come out of this unstable situation is, we must keep a track over the industry which is going to boom. Which industry is going to boom? Please remember. And which industry is going to be in trouble. So let me write plus and minuses. Okay. Pharma will be up, no doubt. Airlines will be down. Okay. Then online education will be up, whereas the education will be down. Okay, people will say, let's keep social distancing. Then we are going to have the PPE, personal protective equipment, like masks, like simple habits of necessities, or you can say medicines, or you can say hand wash, or you can say soaps. Those industries will go up. On the other hand, there are industries like IoT, IIoT, industrial automation, digital learning, artificial intelligence, robots, they are going to go up. And now that digitization is happening, drone is going to go up. But at the same time, tours Obviously, people will not like to travel for at least quite some time. I don't know how many people will travel to America or England for next 1 year. Everybody will be cautious. Okay. Then there will be a commercial travel is fine, but people will not be traveling for fun so much. Okay. Fun travel will also be getting affected. Then many of the academies, like if I have a chess academy, that will get shifted to online. All right. Then movie models will come to the home theaters than theaters. People will not go to theaters. The industry like Zomato, Swiggy will improve and we will not go to hotels. So hotel walk-in will reduce and takeaway will increase. I don't know what will happen to the Ola cabs, but taxis are going to be having tough time. So third is find the industry which is going to be in boom and geared up yourself for those business model. I'll give you an example. When I joined Reliance, we wanted to recruit at least 2000 CAs. And I used to teach in GMCS batches those days. So I went to GMCS and told all the students, if anybody is interested in joining Reliance, please come and give the interview. So a huge number of people came. And my people, my youngster, I've been CA with 10 years experience. That time I was CA with 22 years experience. And my middle management was GM and managers with 10 years experience. In the interview, they were asking that, do you know TRA rules, Telecom Regulatory Authority, Telecom Regulatory Accounting, Telecom Accounting. Then they asked the question that, do you know what is a revenue assurance department? Or what is meant by revenue assurance? Okay. Now these are all terminologies typical for telecom sector. Can you make a cost sheet for a telecom industry? Now I went to the president of CA and costing and I requested them, sir, service industry costing is missing from our syllabus. Okay, and even today that is also missing. Service industry costing is missing. So what is available currently? Only MLO. Material labor overhead. You keep on asking questions on that. Who will be ready to pay employee who is available for IT and telecom? Okay, or ICE, information technology, communication and entertainment. Personal health, personal health, personal health. Okay, so healthcare sector, Kaya Kalpa industry, can you do costing? Then design and development industry. Then SEO and internet industry. Then travel and tourism industry. So there were 7-8 sectors identified and we said that why not include them in the syllabus of CA as a special portion for service industry costing. Even consulting industry, chartered accountant join Big Four and they don't know how to make a proposal to the client or how to suggest a bill to the client. Okay. So billing function or costing function, these are challenges for the various professions, especially CAs. How will I handle service? So company, college like ITM, Kharghar, they invited me and we created a special course called Service Operation Management. MBA with Service Operation Management. And those guys then got selected in the various service industries compared to the so-called finance professionals. So are we industry ready? Then next is, please read balance sheets. This is the time to read maximum number of balance sheets. Have you read Reliance balance sheet? Have you read Infosys balance sheet? Have you read Asian Paints balance sheet? Have you read L&T's balance sheet? Have you read Dr. Reddy's lab balance sheet? Then you will have live examples available with you to quote in your interviews. Otherwise, it's very difficult because the people are not practically knowledgeable. People have tallied the balance sheets, but they have never read a single balance sheet of a public listed company. So how to overcome the situation? Make your knowledge base strong. Find the industry which is going to be in boom. Areas of demand which we have not studied in our syllabus, like IFRS, valuation, forensic audit, international taxation. Use these opportunities to study. And service industry. Okay. So I gave 4 mantras. One, take it as an opportunity and add qualification and knowledge. Second, ensure that you are focusing on service sector industries. Third, read lots of balance sheets. Fourth, ensure that you know which sector is going to be in demand so as to apply and be ready for those sectors. And become IT savvy. At least Excel savvy, excellent Excel savvy. And Excel savvy does not mean just knowing formulas. Excel savvy is also, I have seen, people cannot make a report which is readable. If any of you want to send me a report in Excel, okay, make some report of any market share analysis of the capsule industry. Make it and send it to me. I can show you 100 improvements possible. Our formats are bad, our presentations are bad, and which is where we need to improve. This is an opportunity to gear up ourselves to become presentable. All right. Now, why I am sharing this with you, I have gone through those tough challenges and I improved myself over a period of time. Then I'm coming to Priyesh Somaya's question. Sir, please elaborate on people who left industry and started practice. What is the scope? Okay. Now, when did you leave the industry and started practice? Okay. If you are CA with 10 years and started practice, okay, then I would say you did a very tough decision, because I'm sure at the end of 10 years you have crossed at least 12-13 lakhs salary, and getting that within a period of 2 to 3 years is not so easy. So then what should be done? What are the precautions to be taken? What should you ensure? Okay. So first thing you should ensure is that you have so you have backup available. So your brother, your family, your wife, your children, I mean children may be younger, but is there at least some backup available of 3 to 4 lakhs or 5 to 10 lakhs salary from other employees? Then you can take a risk of practicing. Otherwise, I would recommend go to job. Then don't create a fixed overheads. Do not create fixed overheads. Do not rent office. Rented office, no. See, currently people are fine with e-office. Okay, so don't bother. I need a posh office. If at all, take a club membership are very economically available. Those who are in Andheri and Kandivali, they can take country club membership. Those who are in Chembur and nearby, they can take Sindhi Society or Acres Club membership. Okay, and they are very economical. So do not create rented offices. A posh client comes, tell them, bhai, you are a big shot, I am coming to your office. But he says, I want to meet you in our office. Tell him that let us meet in the club. We meet in the club only. I do that myself. I don't have any great office. So office is not needed. If at all, keep it at the back office. No client or customer should visit. So that your rented office concept with the cost doesn't. In fact, I would say even your employees, let them at client place. Rest of the time, let them work from home. Once in a week, meet them, and that's all. Then next, make your practice as a one-stop shop. Don't say no to any business. Don't say I will not do GST. Don't say I will not do income tax assessment. Don't say I will not do accounting. Don't say I will not do audit. What you do is do anything and everything. And some of the things you may not be able to do, create partners, create associate. and let them handle it. But you be the one-stop shop from the customer side. So create reliable partners. If you have difficulty in creating reliable partners, take my help. I will find reliable partners for you. But don't say no to any job. And which are the jobs you should do? You should do index implementation, you should do valuations, you should do forensic audits, you should do international taxation, you should do GST, you should do even basic accounting, outsourcing. Let's say Saudi Arabia gives you the accounting work, take it, statutory audit, tax audit, certification, business strategy, ESOPs, then internal audits. Don't say no to anything. So my answer to Priyank is no areas of focus. Scope is good provided you have one stop, provided you do not create a fixed cost. I mean, any associate you take, let them take a little more share, but let them be on variable basis. Don't keep anybody on fixed basis. And other than that, you can keep articles. And good to have some backup and create the second source of income simultaneously. So maybe you will do partial teaching on the weekends, or maybe you will be doing some material for the institute and earn some money, or you may be teaching in some other classes, or you will be even having LIC policy business or mutual fund sale business, or you can have even a side. I mean, Modi ji is where chai wala. So what is harm in having a small shop also? I won't, avoid that kind of thing. Then I'm going to Pradeep Hegde ji. I am in practice currently since 8 years in a mid-sized audit firm. Has good exposure in audit and assurance and directive. What kind of opportunity I can search in case I want to go for industry now? Is there any forum wherein I should look for opportunity? So Pradeep ji, the answer to my question is, are you on Glassdoor.com? Glassdoor.com, you should publish as your CV. Okay. And since you are 8 years experience, I presume that your good exposure of audit is in listed companies. Okay. Or reasonably big size MNCs. So sectoral expertise you have, so you can either try to go to Big Four, because I hope that mid-size firm was good. Otherwise, the exposure of audit and assurance, if it is for some small dormant companies, then that doesn't help. It is difficult then. But otherwise, in the industry, focus on industry. If you want, check consolidation. Can you do it? In Big Four, you go for statutory audit. Maximum vacancies are there. Then consolidation. So consolidation you can do, IFRS implementations you can do. So you can be taken for those functions. Okay. So I have replied the question of Mr. Pradeep Hegde. Now I go to Raja, looking for an opportunity in Hyderabad for personal reasons, in spite of current job being good. Is this the right time to move? Not right time to move. Absolutely not right time to move. Because there is a situation of less jobs. So not right time to move. But in Hyderabad, if you find a good company, keep on applying. When you apply, then shift. Otherwise, don't move. If the current job is good, no need to move. You cannot jump into Hyderabad and say, now I'll start searching of job. This is not the time to leave existing jobs. Never leave your existing job, because things are tough. Okay, even your friends, whatever, suppose you will send me CV, sir, please help me, I have attended your webinar. I guarantee you, I cannot help everybody, because the jobs are going to reduce, let's be frank. And the new variety of jobs will get created. I mean, no harm actually to start some marketing job also. Then I see Amit Kumar Mittal, best solution for midlife CA finalist student, and how can they complete their CA with work? CA with work, almost impossible. Almost impossible. So don't waste your time and life. It is a time to take care of your wife and son's career or children's career. So for you, I would say do ACCA. ACCA could be given subject wise. quarterly exam. You can pass subject wise quarterly exams. Exams happen in India, and then being a BCom, you will be having at least 5 exemptions plus 1 or 2 exemptions. If you push them, they will give you based on some of the subjects you have passed in CA final or CA inter. So out of 13, you may have to give only 6 or 7 subjects. So in ACCA, if you are given 6 subjects or 7 exam, then you will be left with only 6 subjects. And this 6, if you give quarterly one along with work, in 1.5 years, you will be guaranteed ACCA, if not anything else in 2 years. So leave CA. Don't make CA as a life and death situation. You know, many of the people say, oh, CA was my dream. If I don't do CA, I will die without fulfilling my dream. Just forget it. Your life is more important. And CA Institute, the result is tough. Many times the result is unpredictable. So it is better that we find a practical solution of a qualification like ACCA, where there is no group-wise passing, subject-wise passing. Second, exam happens quarterly. Third, the industry demand is almost same. Okay. And fourth is the papers are equally or more analytical. Fifth, the possibility that you will complete within 2 years is very high. Okay. So, Mr. Amit Kumar Mittal, forget CA. Okay. I had somebody 42 years old. He was telling me, oh, I'm 42 and I want to do CA. I said, forget CA. How old are your children? Focus on them. Or do ACCA. Right? ACCA has equal demand in India also. Deepak Kankani, how to encounter the crisis which is directly impacting revenue. I mean, create alternate source. I don't know what you're saying. I mean, if the crisis is there for revenue, then do hard work. What else can I say? Do hard work. Put your hands here and there. Go to LinkedIn and say, I'm looking for, this is my expertise. Can anybody gainfully employ me? Kalyan Kumar, interested in valuation course? Kalyan, please contact me on the valuation course on 9167446744. It is a 6 days course, 6 days course, and I am one of the faculties. So 6 days, 9 to 6. Either you can do continuous batch or you can do weekend batch. It is starting tomorrow. In fact, we are starting the batches every Saturday. Every Saturday. And I will request Vaidehi to take your number and send me so that, or you put your number, send me a WhatsApp on my number about your valuation course. I will send you further details. All right. Then Ashish Save, post-COVID situation in service industry. I think service industry will boom or not, I am not sure. Because obviously, service industry will go for work from home. And India's situation being better than the other countries, logically the work should have come here because the industry would like to, I mean, like they want to shift from China to India or China to other countries. But at the same time, since they will have many people unemployed, how much work will come to India is also going to be the question. So let's wait and watch. But not necessarily the service industry will definitely be better than manufacturing, not sure. Because manufacturing now India is also giving the thrust. I would say if you want to be safe, get into marketing. Marketing function has always in demand. You remember today MBA marketings are placed like anything, even if they are from D grade college. Okay. Even if they are from D class college, they are getting the jobs. And here finance professionals with 15 and 20 years experience don't get jobs. Then I'm seeing Sukhbir. I'm not a CA but CMA with 26 years. How can I advance my career? Now, CMA with 26 years experience, I presume you are into job. You are into job. So when you are into job, okay, and you are a CMA, the challenges which you will face is that compared to CA, CMA has a lesser brand. So we have to prove our brand in the industry. I am a CMA also, and I also work actively for CMA Institute also. So the challenge is CMAs have to be, one, they have inferiority complex. Second, they feel they are lesser than CA. Then when we go outside, we have to tell, CME is something similar to CA. And then because of the articleship not done, but you have 26 years experience. Now, is the 26 years experience, 1 year's experience repeated 26 times, or 2 years experience repeated 13 times, or 3 years experience repeated 9 times, or 4 years experience repeated 6 or 7 times, or 5 years experience repeated 5 times, or 6 years experience, I can carry on and on. 6 years experience repeated 4 times, or 7 years experience repeated 4 times, or 8 years experience repeated 3 times, or blah, blah, blah. Now, honestly answer these questions for yourself. And then, if the answer is not very favorable to you, because you can't fool yourself. If the answer is not favorable to you, look forward to improving those areas of knowledge. Read the books, go through the website, do short courses, and make yourself capable to answer in those interviews, those questions. Then I come to Siddesh Mori. Could you please explain the possibility of getting job for CA after employment gap of more than 1 year? Siddesh, there is a good chance of getting a job after employment gap of more than 1 year. But when you are getting interviewed, are you fresh enough to reply the questions on the job which you have done? Plus, how much is so far experience? So, are you saying CA fresher, but 1 year lost due to some other personal thing? Or are you already few years experienced? Employment gap after how many years? If let us say you have worked 4 or 5 years and 1 year gap is there, so far as you can present that and you have not forgotten that, it is not a difficult situation. In fact, the only challenge you will face is you will not have the challenge of negotiating ability. You will have to go for some lower salaries. Then, now the questions in these things are over. Let me go to the chat mode and pick up the questions. Okay. Chat mode has what questions? Let me see here. So I see here somebody writing, I'm a semi-qualified CA. I could not crack final exam. What are the career opportunities in taxation and finance? I mean, 29-year-old financial responsibilities, take up a job in KPO or shared services. KPO or shared services. If you are from Mumbai, I don't know which city you are from. Better you tell me the city. Okay, but if you are from Mumbai, then you should go to Accenture, you should go to Capgemini, you should go to WNS, and keep yourself mobile. Finance jobs, unlikely for a semi-qualified CA, even CAs don't get it. When you say finance, you are meaning job in banks or job in funds. There are no jobs. There are no jobs. Then taxation. Taxation, the jobs are only filing TDS returns, so these are not jobs. And international taxation, unless you have done an articleship in Big Four or you have done an articleship Rashmin Sanghvi or Sudipto Parekh, SK Parekh company, then you will have a demand, or TPO store. If not, forget taxation. Now GST, if you're already expert, then yes. So I am answering you about tax, direct tax, income tax, no. International tax, if articleship exposure is there, then yes, exposure required. If not, no. Then GST, if you have worked or you know well, then yes, otherwise no. Finance, if you mean by finance, investment banking and equity research, no. So the best area, 70 to 80% of the jobs are in accounting and audit. You all guys need to understand this. that 70% of the accounts and audit jobs are there. Okay. So don't be under the impression that I want taxation and finance. Be ready for accounting and audit, statutory audit, finalization, internal audit, etc. What will be the future of real estate business? Well, to be frank, I hate real estate sector. One, it is going to crash, according to me. Second, not all the transactions are very clean. And third, in any case, with the work from home etc. culture happening, the market is bound to crash. So real estate jobs getting is difficult, practices are questionable, etc. etc. Then I'm talking about looking for a job change. I have given a resignation in March, but due to this lockdown, my opportunity is stuck. Now I am not able to find a job in Mumbai. What are the options you should take? The first question is, why did you leave the job when you have no job in hand? But if you have done that mistake, in future, don't do that mistake. Okay. So resignation is easy, but getting new job is not easy. So your opportunities are not stuck. You should not have resigned without getting another job in the hand. Secondly, what are the other options? First of all, be mobile. No need to stick to Mumbai. Okay, if you're not finding in Mumbai, no need to stick to Mumbai. Go to Pune, go to Ahmedabad, go to Delhi, go to Bangalore, go to Chennai. You should be mobile. Okay. Second part is that find out what is your expertise and accordingly apply for the jobs, then you'll get selected. Okay. What was your biggest challenge in your life and how did you manage it? I couldn't manage it actually. Okay, I had too many challenges and I couldn't manage it. Okay. Is CA degree essential for doing international taxation course? I mean, CA Institute only holds the international taxation course and they give admission to only CAs. So it is essential. But anyway, by doing international taxation, what do you get? You don't get anything. I know many people, youngsters did international taxation course, but they did not get any job in international taxation. Unless your articleship is in international taxation, it's of no use. Don't write private questions, then others are suffering. Okay. Then I come to Akshay. What is the scope in energy and environment audit? How to get that field? No prior experience in that field. Currently working in statutory audit. I mean, energy and environment audit, one can learn some of the courses available on Coursera. Okay. And if you are working in the statutory audit department, your way out to get is only to learn via Google or learn via books or learn via some online courses. Now the question is, what is the scope? Obviously, it is a very restricted field, so the scope is not great. So suppose you join Thermax, then they will take you in the energy audit sector. Okay. Then I see a next question. CA with 38 age, state government with 4 years experience in Mumbai. What are the options? Okay. Now there you should write to me on the WhatsApp separately because I'll need to know more. Are you in a position to shift out of Mumbai? Because looking at this thing, you have to check with your family situation whether you are in a position to shift. And if you're not in a position to shift out of Mumbai, then I would like to know which areas you are good at. And if not, I would always say, if you are wanting to change for better salaries, better prospects, better profile, then accounts, don't hit accounts. Accounts with IFRS, Ind AS, new regulation, new CARO is becoming the most hot subjects. Okay. Then there is somebody who's saying, but contact me. I am a CA, age 38, state government company, please contact me. I am 30, having 5 years, including 3 years in industry. Last 2 years working in a small level in a CA firm, in internal audit and GST compliance, passed CA finally in 3rd attempt. Currently preparing for Deep IFRS, aspiring to work for Big Four. As soon as you pass Deep IFRS, you will have a good chance to join Big Fours, not an issue. chances are very good, but ensure that your IFRS qualification is not just qualification, but you can give any interview and every interview. Can you help to get a marketing job? I am a CA semi-qualified. Join us. I want marketing people. Okay. So this guy who is saying, sir, can you help me to get a marketing job? I am CA semi-qualified. Join my company. Okay. How to get index valuation assignment for a registered valuer? Write an article every week on valuation and publish it on LinkedIn or some journals. Second, give the speeches on valuation. If you want to give the speeches, join us. Then I think this question is asked again. So I already replied, Suchita madam, that if you want to change the job, first decide whether you can go out of Mumbai. If not, send me your CV and keep readiness to answer the question. 70-80% job, or join my CFO or super CFO like company. These are also good jobs. What is the right time to start CA practice? As a fresher or after clearing CA, having 1 or 2 years experience? As a fresher, Sandesh, don't wait for 1 or 2 years. Start, if you want to do practice in the long term, start when you are fresh. After 1 or 2 years, nothing helps. Can BCom do valuation course? BCom with 2 years experience. Sorry, no, BCom cannot do valuation course. Now the new draft valuer bill has come. There BCom will be able to do the valuer course, but that will take a lot of time actually. Lot of time. Now somebody is asking, so currently BCom cannot do valuation course. You want to just attend the course and get knowledge, you can. Because we are allowing the people to attend our valuation course at a lower fee. So Anurag, you contact me on my WhatsApp. Okay. And then there is one Mr. 2AAB0142. He is asking that I want to pursue diploma in IFRS. I don't have accounting experience minimum 3 years. Is there a solution? There are solutions. But are you BCom? Because you have, are you BCom or CA? If you are a CA, your articleship is counted as experience. If you are not a CA, but you have done articleship, that is also counted as experience. And if you are BCom only, then you have done 3 years job, that is also counted as experience. Okay. So please contact me, because accounting experience is a very broad term. So not to worry, we'll help you out. Okay, I can see here the questions are over. Questions are over. I can see here. Oh, my WhatsApp number is same, 9167446744. Ram Mohan Bhave. All right. What is your biggest challenge? I had many big challenges. Once I lost the job. Once I had a big accident. In 1995, I had died, Prabhakaran sir. I had died in 1995. I was in Bombay hospital for 6 months. Okay, and the doctors told me he may not survive. So don't worry. Challenges keep on coming. And if you have good family background also, family people, then you can always survive. Then I can see here. I mean, Sonu, you should tell me, you are 32 years old and accounts manager in private limited. According to me, you should leave CA and do ACCA. After IFRS, do ACCA. Then, yeah, I reply to you. What is your view about jobs opportunities for CA in Mumbai? What is your view for job sector opportunities for CAs in Mumbai? Quite a lot, good opportunities. Because even after COVID, the opportunities will be less, but still they will be there. Yeah. All right. Any other question? Before you go and leave this, okay? Sir, valuation sector opportunities in Big Four, huge opportunity. Do valuation also. Valuation is the in thing. Tomorrow, 6:30, I am speaking on especially careers in Canada. Okay, careers in Canada. Read me, your CA experience will be add CA firm provided it is a quality experience. If it is a type of experience which industry don't want, then it is of no use. Have you consolidated accounts? Have you finalized accounts? Have you done listed company or done some small shopkeeper's income tax return? It is useless. It is of no use. I'm sorry, I'll talk about that. And we have also invited my student from Canada. Okay. She is going to attend and speak from Canada. She had done DIP IFR with us in 2011. Then the CA story. Okay. And she will guide on how to do CPA, Canada, and also career guidance for Canada jobs. So get your maximum friends. Our Zoom has a limit of 100. So we are buying tonight GoToMeeting for 250 capacity, because I'm sure Canada career means everybody will be interested. So be ready, log in for this seminar tomorrow and register for this seminar. WhatsApp group will be posted with the pamphlet of this, also LinkedIn, also the Facebook profile of mine. You're welcome to become my friend on Facebook and WhatsApp. And